tip. Our officiating crew for today is Kelly Hunt, Jeffrey Johnson, Ryan Huber. UIW comes off a heartbreaking loss in Lake Charles Thursday night. Lost on a dunk in the final seconds by Christian Shoemate. Their third straight loss and fourth in their last 5 games. Nicholls again had its 3-game win streak snapped and 13-game home win streak snapped on Thursday against Corpus Christi. Away we go here in Thibodaux, where UIW has lost 5 straight. They haven't won here since January of 2015. This is Trey Miller, very young team for UIW. They've got 9 freshmen, 7 true freshmen, and a knockaway and a steal. Merrick Nelson coast to coast for the land, and the Colonels on the board first. Well, Nelson was sensational in the first meeting between these two teams. He had a double-double. He had a season-high 24 points and 11 rebounds. He was 10 for 15 from the floor in that 2-point Nicholls loss January the 28th. These are the starters for UIW. Brandon Swaby, Jonathan Cece is their leading scorer. He puts in about 15.5 per game. And then Josh Morgan, Stefan Payne the third, and Trey Miller. And that's out of bounds. It's another UIW turnover. The Colonels have a little bit of a different look today in the starting lineup. Pierce Spencer is out due to injury. He's day-to-day. Micah Thomas also out. So those are 2 key guards. That means Lance-Amir Paul comes into the starting lineup and makes just his 2nd start of the year. He, Huffman, and Jones in the backcourt. Littles and Nelson up front for the Colonels. Paul's coming off a season-high 20 points on Thursday night. He was just sensational off the bench against Corpus Christi. It's Latrell Jones, who comes off a tough shooting night Thursday. Swaby stays with him. Caleb Huffman on a baseline pull-up, and it's true. So Huffman and Jones, Nicholls' 2 leading scorers. They were held to 10 points each. They both averaged better than 15 per game. They were 8 for 26 combined. Both were 4 for 13 from the field Thursday night. Austin Koch talked about needing efficiency from those 2 here today. Down low, wide open, it's Swaby. Got loose underneath and finishes, and UIW is on the board. Caleb Huffman off to Merrick Nelson. Drives inside and finishes. So he's got a couple of hoops early. Nelson is now 12 for 17 this season against UIW. Again, 10 for 15 in the first matchup, January the 28th. Trey Miller, talented freshman out of Houston, Concordia Lutheran Products. Kicks out for Morgan. He tries a triple. It's off the mark. Guy who shoots at about 33% from distance for a UIW team that is at just 34%, 8th in the conference. Littles had it knocked away, stolen by Stefan Payne III. Jonathan Cece. He's a native of Lafayette, played his ball at St. Thomas More, was an all-state pick a couple times over, and he draws a foul inside, and he would go to the free throw line right away. Another look at that take by Cece, who is a tremendous free throw shooter, 87%, 2nd best in the conference. He also takes about 5 per game, so he's got a way to get to the free throw line. He had 16 points in the first meeting against Nicholls. And oh, by the way, he's playing today in front of his former high school coach. Sitting there courtside, Danny Broussard, the 7th winningest coach in high school basketball in America, more than 1,100 wins at St. Thomas More. They had their streak of 4 straight state titles ended last year. And of course, his brother Ricky coached here for 12 years, all-time winningest coach in Nicholls basketball history. That is a lot of wins and a lot of greatness in the building here today. It is Broussard Court. The gym was named after Ricky in 2018. That's off the leg of Lance-Amir Paul. And a turnover on Nicholls. Gives it back to UIW. So it's 6-4 with 3 minutes gone. Miller gives off for Cece. Can be a volume scorer, but he can really light it up in a hurry. Good feed inside to Payne, who softly drops it through. And now a turnover. That was a major problem for Nicholls the other night against Corpus Christi. They gave it away in total 18 times, 12 in the first half. It's off the hands of Payne. Let's see, last touched by Nicholls, so it'll stay with UIW. Here comes Eduardo Delcadia, who has been a spark plug off the bench. He replaces Manny Littles. Delcadia played in 3 of Nicholls' first 7 conference games, and in that span was averaging just about 4 minutes per and scored 4 total points. Past 4 games for him, 7.7 per, 56% shooting and 6 rebounds. Morgan's off the mark. Payne diving for it. It's loose for Nelson, scooped up by Delcadia. We're even up at 6. Rolling towards 4 gone in the first half. This is Caleb Huffman. Rises for 3 and fills it up. So a good start for Huffman. He's got a couple early field goals after struggling Thursday. Nicholls back on top by 3. The Colonels team that is now 8-1 this year at home. They were riding the 11th longest active home win streak in the country at 13 until Thursday. Good defense from Delcadia on Payne, and Jones wants to run for Nicholls. He tries a transition triple. Bullseye! A great start from distance for the Colonels. Couple early triples. Jones and Huffman both locked in after struggling a couple nights ago. And Nicholls doubles up UIW early, 12-6. Trey Miller, good defense from Delcadia. Knocked loose, Miller on it. Saved by Cece. Back to Payne. It's a kick out, and a 3 is off the mark for Swaby. And that is loose out of bounds, and we'll get our first media timeout of the game with 15:23 to go. Good start for the Colonels, leading 12-6 over UIW. Trying to get another home win and lock up a spot in Lake Charles in the conference tournament in a couple of weeks.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your order fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nervous pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy, because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
If your business needs serious hustle, our internet has plenty. Switch to Rev Business All-Fiber Internet. With fiber optic velocity close to the speed of light. Sign up and get 3 months free and 30% off. Build your plan at letsrev.biz. Let's Rev. Whoever said you can't have it all, never had internet that could do it all. Switch to Rev. No contracts, no data caps, no nonsense. Just all-fiber internet all the time. Build your plan at letsrev.com. Let's Rev.
At Just For Him, we have the perfect game plan for men's haircut and grooming. Focusing on comfort and style, we are not your grandpa's barbershop. Just For Him offers a stylish haircut, relaxing hot towel, exhilarating scalp massage, and a cold beverage, all for one fair price. No appointment is needed, just walk in. And we're open Monday through Saturday for your convenience. Men of all ages, if you're seeing this, there's a Just For Him location near you. Enjoy the Just For Him experience today.
Soon we'll all be here in Lake Charles, Louisiana in the beautiful Legacy Center watching all the action of the Southland Conference basketball tournament. Why don't you join us? Grab your tickets now so you don't miss a second of the best of championship hoops.
Go to southland.org/tickets to secure your seat for the 2023 Jersey Mike's Southland Basketball Championship presented by LouisianaTravel.com.
Well, a great start for Austin Claunch's Nicholls Colonels, leading 11-6. They checked one of those threes moments ago, and it was ruled to be a 2-pointer by Huffman. So 11 points for Nicholls, 6 for UIW. Lead is 5. UIW's made a couple of subs. Benjamin Gristy is in, the sophomore from Australia, 24 in red. Cece fades and misses. Rebound Huffman. Nicholls has Ryan Maxwell in for the first time as Huffman drives and scores with a scoop. Tyrese Terrell has come on, as has Jalen White. Caleb Huffman is 3 for 3 from the floor. Nicholls has not missed. They are 6 for 6 from the fields, and their lead is 7. Gristy with Cece, and then Trey Miller along with Josh Morgan and Swaby, the 5 for UIW. It's Cece kicking. Miller on a baseline drive. Back out to Cece for three, and he drilled it. He is a 38% three-point shooter. That was his 44th make of the year from deep. And again, he's a guy who can fill it up in a hurry. He's at 15 straight games of 10 or more, averaging 19 per in that span. Delcati at the free throw line. Backs down on Christie. No room given. Steps through. Misses. Rebound Miller. UIW wants to run. Cardinals 3 of 9 to start from the field. Swaby knifes to the bucket, and he's fouled. Some more free throws coming for UIW, a team that they can really capitalize if they can get to the line consistently. Another look there at the foul on Terrell. UIW as a group, 74%. Like, that's a really good number. Not quite where they were last year, where they shot 78.4%. And that first one drops in for Swaby, who is about a 74% free throw shooter. UIW's free throw percentage last year, it was second in the country only to Villanova, who set the Division I NCAA record at 83%. One more for Swaby, senior from Fort Lauderdale. He had missed the prior 7 games due to injury before returning at McNeese. Played 20 minutes, didn't score on Thursday in their 2-point loss at the Horn. 13-11, Nicholls' lead is 2. UIW into a 2-3. Huffman rises for 3 and fouls. They'll give it to Cece. You never want to foul a jump shooter, especially a guy taking one from that far out. Let's watch this again, see if the feet were beyond the arc. Looked like a left foot there on the line, so it should be 2. Cece gets his first. Now, the initial signal was 3. It is 2 shots. They did confirm. And this is where Huffman has struggled, the free throw line. That first one is perfect. It's one of those amazing situations where you got a guy who is such a good shooter. He's 42, better than 42% from 3, the 4th best three-point shooter in the conference. He came into today 48% at the free throw line, and he misses 1 of 2 there. Pressure defense from Nicholls. Delcadia comes in for the steal and crashes into us. Well, that could have been dangerous. They were charging right at us. Dr. Carson Cunningham got the worst of it. Yeah, this is one where you can't avoid your reaction. You can see me hiding there behind the monitor. Dr. Carson Cunningham, a great player back in the day. He started his college career at Oregon State. Then he played at Purdue. He's an Indiana native. He was the starting point guard at Oregon State as a true freshman. He broke Gary Payton's freshman scoring record. Went to a couple Sweet 16s and an Elite 8 at Purdue. We mentioned he's a doctor. He's a published author. Got a PhD in American history in 2006. He was a history professor at DePaul for 7 years while coaching high school basketball. This guy with an amazing background, and of course wears that standard cardigan. 6.5 gone first half. Lead is 3 for Nicholls. It's CC working on Delcadia. His pull-up jumper around it in. Again, a Lafayette native. Has some family in the house today, and of course his high school coach looking on. Delcadia to Maxwell, and a travel. And a 4th Nicholls turnover in the early going. They will make almost a platoon substitution here. Paul Jones, Nelson, Littles all check in. Only Huffman remains on the floor for the Colonels, so they get pretty much a line change. And with 13-14 to play in this opening half, which UIW has not led, they can take the lead right here for the first time with a bucket. It's a game Nicholls needs. You know, you lose to Corpus Christi, a very good team, but they can lock up a spot in the conference tournament tonight. And of course, they want to hold on to one of those 3 or 4 spots at the worst, which is where you get at least the bye into the quarters. CC for Christie. He can shoot it. Backdoor to Swaby, knocked off the backboard, taken by Paul. This is where Nicholls is at its best in transition. Rifle feed inside to Huffman, and it knocked loose, taken by CC. UIW wants to push. Extra feed, Swaby. Christie passed up the 3. Extra feed, Miller. Great transition defense from Nicholls. Miller on a baseline pull-up. Left it short. There's Manny Littles. Caleb Huffman Transition triple, you bet. He's off to a tremendous start. He's got 10 points. He's made all 4 of his shots from the outside. Colonel's up by 4. We approach 12 to go opening half here in Thibodaux. Nicholls has lost just 1 home game each of his last 4 seasons. Morgan to the cup. It's a tough finish with the left hand. Playing today in game number 70, one of the more experienced guys on this roster. He's one of only 5 upperclassmen on the team. Nelson looking backdoor for Huffman. Around the horn, it's Lansamir Paul. Jones wide open for 3. You're playing with fire when you do that. Latrell cans it. It's his second triple, and Nicholls has started 4 for 4 from deep. The other way, Morgan responds. He knocks one down from distance. So Morgan, who last year shot 38.5% from 3, as a freshman 46%, this year 33. And Huffman with a teardrop. He's got 12 points. He's made all 5 of his shots. Reigning Southland Conference Player of the Week, who had an off game Thursday. He has picked it up in a big way. Nicholls is shooting the lights out from the floor. We got a foul called on Jones that will take us to a timeout. The Colonels early, 7 for 8 from the fields, make it 8 for 9. Their lead is 4, 22-18, about midway through the first half.
Citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading protection to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your order fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nerves pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy, because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
If your business needs serious hustle, our internet has plenty. Switch to Rev Business All Fiber Internet with fiber optic velocity close to the speed of light. Sign up and get 3 months free and 30% off. Build your plan at letsrev.biz. Let's Rev. Whoever said you can't have it all, never had internet that could do it all. Switch to Rev. No contracts, no data caps, no nonsense. Just all fiber internet all the time. Build your plan at letsrev.com. Let's Rev.
In a world where you can choose to be anything, who do you choose to be? At Nicholls State University, with over 70 distinct degree programs, we believe our students can be anything. Be an artist, a chef, a journalist, an educator, a lifesaver. But no matter what you choose to be a colonel. Be more at Nicholls State University.
(22-18), Nicholls' lead over UIW 4. Inside 11 to go in this opening half. Austin Claunch's team, the Colonels, are 9 for 10 from the field. They've only missed 1 shot. They've made all 3 of their triples. But their lead is where it is because they've also turned the ball over 5 times, and they've only made 1 free throw. UIW 4 for 4 at the free throw lines. The Cardinals, they're very much weathering the storm. They're only 6 for 13 from the field, 46%. Gristy with CC, Miller, Morgan, and the recently checked in Nikki Kraus, the 5 for UIW. It's Miller across the lane, backdoor feed to Kraus in a travel. And turnover number 5 on UIW. Kraus, a true freshman from Germany, one of 6 international players on this UIW team. They recruit everywhere. They'll bring you in if you're willing to play hard. Latrell Jones for Makai Collins, who's come in for the first time. Sophomore from Baton Rouge, and we get a foul. It's on Morgan. He picks up his first, and the team's second. So Lansomere Paul with Littles, Jones, Collins, and Huffman the 5 for Nicholls. Littles backing down on the smaller Morgan across the lane. Dump off feed to Collins, who soars and slams. Makai Collins with his first points in 3 games. And Nicholls on top by 6. They are 10 for 11 from the field to start here at home. Josh Morgan works inside on Collins, takes contact, stayed with him. It's Paul out of the pack with it. Trailer is Huffman, rises for a corner 3. Around and off, offensive rebound Littles, and it'll be an over the back foul. And to climb over the back of Morgan to grab it. Littles will pick up his 2nd foul. And the 4th on the team. Well, Littles, we mentioned a couple games ago against Southeastern, he went over 1,000 points. There's Manny Littles. Apologies on the difficulties there. And now we get a timeout called by Dr. Carson Cunningham. They had trouble getting the ball inbounds for UIW. So this will lead us to a stoppage with 9:46 to play. Nicholls in this game mentioned that they're 10 for 11. That miss moments ago by Huffman, they're actually 10 for 12 now from the field. That miss moments ago by Huffman, their first miss from 3-point range. They're now 3 for 4 from distance. You look at the numbers the other night, and the Colonels at times were good from 3, and this is another look. Yeah, Littles just going over the top of Morgan for that foul. The Colonels against Corpus Christi, 9 for 28 from 3. They shot 40% though in the first half, and not only 40%, they made 6 of their first 10 threes. So you boil it down, the Colonels finished 3 for their final 18 from distance. Now they have started red hot here today. Full court pressure on the inbounder. In the backcourt they pressure Morgan, and now it's Kraus. Baseball pass ahead to Cece. Lob it to Miller. He throws it up top to Christie for the slam. What a play that was by UIW, and Christie rising up. Christie is 6'11" with long arms. He's got about a 7'3" wingspan. Played 12 minutes, had 5 points at McNeese Thursday. His numbers are down from his freshman season a year ago, but guy with a lot of potential. Jones rifle feed to Littles, Scott loose for 2. It's an avalanche from Nicholls in this first half offensively. 11 for 13 from the fields. And Littles has his first points. 9 to go opening half. CC off a screen. Christie will try a triple. It's off the mark. Collins rips away the rebound. Latrell Jones cut off on the baseline. Littles won't shoot the 3. It's Paul on a mid-range. Littles, a terrific offensive rebounder, got that ball and pounded it off the hip of Morgan out of bounds. Those are the kind of hustle plays Austin College always talks about with Manny Littles. Heart and soul glue guy on this team. His energy is infectious. He's a tremendous offensive rebounder at 6'7". He averages right around 2.5 offensive rebounds per game for his career. And he's in his 5th year now of college basketball. So that's a big, big sample size. 8:40 to go opening half. Lansomere Paul has to throw it all the way in the backcourt towards Huffman. That's out of bounds. So pretty good defensively there from UIW. They forced the turnover. It's already 6 in the first half on Nicholls. Colonels have led by as many as 7. It's 6 right now. UIW has not led in this opening half. Trey Miller handling against Huffman. Off a screen. It's Cece. Nicholls knows to get out on him. He knifes inside. His runner's off the mark. Rebound Paul. Racing ahead, and a foul. It's on Trey Miller, and it's team foul number 3. Miller picks up his first. Their starting point guard, freshman from Houston. Good job there by Paul of applying pressure, as he often does. So Nelson, Paul, Huffman, and then Collins and Jalen White, the 5 for Nicholls. Colonels 11 for 14 from the field, 78.5%. Huffman lobs to Collins, knocked away by Morgan on the floor for it. Hands off for Kraus. Great defensive play there. Now, can UIW capitalize off the turnovers? They've only got 4 points off 7 Nicholls turnovers so far, and that's an offensive foul. Miller posting up on Paul. Those two pretty comparable in size, and Miller whistled for his second foul in quick succession. 26-20, Nicholls lead a half dozen. Getting late in this first half at Thibodaux.
Here at Rouse's, we have our own brands of products, which you'll find down every aisle of our stores. These are the best quality at the best price. They compare to the national brands we sell, but at a lower cost. Most are made right here, but we travel the world too. And we personally taste test and guarantee every item. So if our name's on the label, you can trust it's good. Rouse's brand, best quality at the best price.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your order fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nervous pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy, because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading protection to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
Soon we'll all be here in Lake Charles, Louisiana in the beautiful Legacy Center watching all the action of the Southland Conference basketball tournament. Why don't you join us? Grab your tickets now so you don't miss a second of the best of championship hoops.
Go to southland.org/tickets to secure your seat for the 2023 Jersey Mike Southland Basketball Championship presented by LouisianaTravel.com.
Back in Thibodaux, Nicholls' lead is 6 over UIW. It's been as many as 7. The Cardinals have not led yet in this opening half. Jack Benjamin back with you. Nicholls sitting at 8-5, low in 3rd place in the Southland Conference. Now a couple games back of Corpus Christi in Northwestern State, both in action today. They lead the way at 11-3. UIW in a 4-way tie for 6th. You got to be top 8 to make the conference tournament. Paul had it knocked away. Here comes Jonathan CC for UIW. The Colonels are 11 for 15 from the field, better than 70%, but their lead only 6. UIW's got to be feeling pretty good. There's a steal. Dolcadia ahead. It's Huffman coast to coast to finish again. He's got 14 first half points. He's made 6 of his 7 shots. And the largest lead of the first half for the Colonels. 28-20. CC off the screen from Payne. Against Paul, works in the lane, fades away, and gets a roll. That's what he did an awful lot at St. Thomas More. Again, his high school coach, the legendary Danny Broussard, who's still coaching, number 7 in active wins among high school coaches in America, is sitting courtside. Huffman drives and finishes again. They got no answers for him. He's got 16 first half points, 7 for 8 from the field. Again, he had 10 on 4 for 13 Thursday night. He has gotten it going in a big way. Can CC now respond for UIW? They're at 44% from the field, 8 of 18. Nicholls at 75%. Kraus kicks. CC sidestep triple. You bet. He's an impressive looking player. CC, who's a 38% three-point shooter. He's already in double figures now as Paul cans a triple. Lance Amir Paul, only his 6th make this year from 3 on 29 tries. That's a big one, though. The Colonels with more cushion. They're now 4 for 5 from distance. Inside 6 to go opening half. It's Krause, backdoor, good feed. And Devontae Dennis, who just checked in, gets his first points. Redshirt freshman from Baltimore. He had 7 points in 26 minutes off the bench against Nicholls in the first meeting. Paul for Huffman. He's got that look in his eye, rises for another 3. Short that time, only his second miss from the field today. Huffman's got the ultimate green light from Austin Claunch. That's a tough contested 3. UIW will make a couple of subs. Miller comes back in. Swaby back in as well. So you got Swaby with Payne. And then Krause with Devontae Dennis and Trey Miller, the 5. CC gets a brief rest. He doesn't sit down much. Averages about 33 minutes per game. In Southland Conference play, he averages playing all but 1 minute. Now, they've played a couple of overtime games, but he plays 39 minutes a game in Southland Conference action. Nicholls has Terrell with Nelson, and then Jones, Delcadia, and Caleb Huffman. Get the floor mopped up. We had that a bunch on Thursday. Always physical basketball in the Southland Conference. Miller accelerates, and back out to Dennis. Nearing 5 to play opening half. Nicholls by a half dozen. It's been as many as 8 points. UIW has not led. Trey Miller against Delcadia. Played him perfectly, knocked loose. A scrum for it. Delcadia got to it first. Latrell Jones passes off to his former JUCO teammate. Back to Latrell, good catch in the corner. Those two again. Delcadia rifle feed inside, and Nelson blew the layup. Oh, what a pass from Delcadia. He's just showing off now. Austin Claunch said it when he arrived. He's a native of Senigallia, Italy. He's got that old school European game. Good finesse, good touch, has such a great feel. And you could argue part of it runs in the blood because his dad was a pro for a long time. His dad, Danilo, he played in Italy for more than a decade. You can see it runs in his blood. Delcadia hands off for Huffman. Has a game high 16 and gets it back. Shot clock rolls towards 10. Huffman working hard just to find some room, and we get a reach-in foul. That'll be the 5th team foul on UIW, and Payne gets whistled for his first. So Nicholls will trigger it in with Delcadia. Tyrese Terrell. His uncle JT looking on. Nicholls is athletic director. It's Jones into 2. Krause got the worst of that, and it's scooped up by Miller. UIW trying to make this a 1-possession game with a 3. Hanging around despite Nicholls shooting 70% so far in this first half. Krause works off a screen from Payne. Kicks into the corner to Swaby on a baseline drive. The cutter is Dennis, trickles off and a foul. So Devontae Dennis will head to the free throw line. Foul on Caleb Huffman is number 1. Another look there. He got a good chance there to have had a 3-point play. Dennis mentioned he's a native of Baltimore. He knocks in that first free throw. He redshirted last year, his first in San Antonio. He's averaging 8.3 points per. He's about a 63% free throw shooter. He scored 1,000 points in his high school career, was a 3-time first-team All-League pick, and also was an all-conference football player. Might not think it by his size. Played defensive end in high school. He's a strong guy. They list him at 6'7", 220. And that burst off the line of scrimmage brings UIW within 4. 33-29. We're inside 4 to go. Delcadia skips it to Jalen White, the sniper. Usually only takes 3s. That time misses from 2. It's a rare 2-point attempt for him. Only his 5th 2-point attempt of the season. Takes about 90% of his shots from 3. Trey Miller backs it out for UIW. They can get within a possession with the bucket here. Have trailed the entire first half. Stephon Payne hounded by Collins. Shot clock down to 9. It's Miller, hassled by Collins. Down to 3, down to 2. In the lane, blocked away by Delcadia. Sent it into the front row. Oh, what a block. A ridiculous rejection there from the big Italian. Nicholls by 4 late in the first half in Thibodeau.
They slice your order fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nervous pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy, because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
If your business needs serious hustle, our internet has plenty. Switch to Rev Business All Fiber Internet with fiber optic velocity close to the speed of light. Sign up and get 3 months free and 30% off. Build your plan at letsrev.biz. Let's Rev. Whoever said you can't have it all, never had internet that could do it all. Switch to Rev. No contracts, no data caps, no nonsense. Just all fiber internet all the time. Build your plan at letsrev.com. Let's Rev.
At Just For Him, we have the perfect game plan for men's haircut and grooming. Focusing on comfort and style, we are not your grandpa's barbershop. Just For Him offers a stylish haircut, relaxing hot towel, exhilarating scalp massage, and a cold beverage, all for one fair price. No appointment is needed, just walk in. And we're open Monday through Saturday for your convenience. Men of all ages, if you're seeing this, there's a Just For Him location near you. Enjoy the Just For Him experience today.
Soon we'll all be here in Lake Charles, Louisiana in the beautiful Legacy Center watching all the action of the Southern Conference basketball tournament. Why don't you join us? Grab your tickets now so you don't miss a second of the best of championship hoops.
Go to southland.org/tickets to secure your seat for the 2023 Jersey Mike's Southland Basketball Championship presented by LouisianaTravel.com.
Now here's another look at that block before we went to break. Eduardo Del Calia, oh yeah, sending that thing into the front row here at Stouffer Gym. What an impact he's been making over these last 5 games. He comes in his past 4, averaging 7.7 points, 56% shooting, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals. And that shot clock runs out on UIW. Payne couldn't get it off. So a UIW turnover, their 9th. They average for the season about 14 turnovers per. One of the better teams in the Southland Conference protecting the ball, but Nicholls, of course, one of the best nationally in forcing turnovers. It's Jones, Collins, White, Littles, and Paul, the 5 for Nicholls. Approaching 3 to go opening half. Rifle feed inside. Collins blocked well by Payne, and he got it off the side of the backboard too. Dennis, Miller, Kraus, Swaby, and Payne, the 5 for UIW. 2:50 and ticking. Kraus stopped his dribble. They want to post up Miller on the smaller Paul. Only has him by about an inch or 2. Backs him inside, and a foul. That'll go on Paul. It'll be his first and the team's 6th. So Nicholls now 1 shy of putting UIW on the line the rest of this first half. Austin Claunch looking on. He always talks about the identity of this team coming on the defensive end of the floor. And he said it after that Corpus Christi loss. That wasn't Nicholls basketball in the second half. Corpus, big second half. They were explosive. They scored 41 points in Thibodeau. It doesn't happen often. Collins a block. Kraus got it back. Thrown away, taken by Huffman. Look out, showtime. Caleb Huffman has 18 first half points. 8 for 10 from the fields. And the Colonels lead by a half dozen again. Another look at Huffman soaring to the rack. It's been his game so far. Leads all scorers with 18. No Colonel has more than 6 besides him, and that would be Jones. So those two have bounced back from a rough Thursday. Jones has made both of his shots, by the way. It's Payne looking for the recently checked in Jonathan Cece. Backs down on Littles. That's a tough jump hook. Littles played it perfectly. Rebound Huffman. Basket here. Nicholls can tie or take their largest lead. Under 2 to go first half. Huffman puts it behind the back. It's Littles. And now Lance-Amir Paul. He's so crafty. You know, one of the numbers, I've brought this up the last couple of games, they now give you on the stat sheet how many fouls you draw. So equally as important now to your actual foul count and how many free throws you take, how often are you putting pressure on the defense and actually drawing fouls? That's the 4th foul that Lance-Amir Paul has drawn in this game. Just tells you how aggressive he is, and how crafty he is at getting in the lane. Guy who was listed at 6 foot tall, that is maybe generous, 185 pounds. But he is tough as nails and has been crucial. His last 4 for Nicholls, averaging 12.5 per. Here he is now. Thought about a 3, it's Collins. Caleb Huffman on the baseline, slipped, gave it off to Littles. That basket won't count, though. It's a travel first. And they will get that wet spot sorted out. 9th Nicholls turnover, but their first one in about 4 minutes. UIW, meanwhile, is scoreless going on 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So this is a situation where Nicholls could have stretched the lead, but they haven't really been converting. They've missed 4 of the past 5 shots, and a steal. Latrell Jones to the rim. Oh, he almost threw it down over the whole team. And then that ball's ricocheted into the first row. It will stay with Nicholls. Jones flew in from nowhere for the steal. This is like what you'll see in the slam dunk contest tonight. Okay, maybe a couple steps inside the free throw line, but still. He's as athletic as they come. He and Huffman, they can put you on a poster if you're not careful. He nearly did. And Austin Koch will take a timeout here with 1:24 to go in the half. So the Nicholls lead is 6. They're shooting 62.5%. 15 for 24. They've made 4 of their 6 threes. UIW only 43.5%, but they're within a couple possessions. Why, you might ask? Well, the #1 reason, they've made all 6 free throws. Nicholls is just 1 for 2 at the line. And I would say an important factor in this as well, the way that they've guarded without fouling, yeah, that's part of it, but they've also done a good job of when they take threes, they've converted. They're 3 for 6 from distance. They've also got 5 steals. A team that for the season averages about 8 per game. Nicholls, of course, among the national leaders with 18 per. That's 6th in the country. Both teams in the bonus. Final minute 24 of this opening half in Thibodaux. Again, Nicholls 40-4 in this gym since the start of the 2019-2020 season. They have not lost back-to-back home games since the 2018-2019 campaigns. That's 4 years ago. It's Jones with 5 of the timer on a baseline drive. Great feed to Collins, who goes right to the rack for 2. 5th assist as a team for Nicholls. First points for Makai Collins. Should say his 2nd field goal. 50 seconds left first half. Knocked away from the driving Swaby out of bounds. It's actually Dennis. It'll stay with UIW. Here's another look. Jones with a great feed to Collins. Cut to perfection to the hoop. He's got 4 points. Collins, who had not appeared in the last couple of games. He hadn't played the UNO game last Thursday. CC will inbound. 47.4 first half. Nicholls by 8 points. This matches their largest lead. Danger getting it in. Delcadia tipped it away. Taken by Paul. 4-on-1 break. Huffman to the rack. He finishes. He's got a 20-point first half. 9 for 11 from the fields. And the Colonels have their first double-digit lead of the game. 39-29. CC to the rim. And a foul. Colonels are getting out and running here today. 11-2 in fast break points. Huffman with 20 of the Colonels is 39. So more than half their points courtesy of C4. Broken Arrow, Oklahoma native, the #5 scorer coming in Southland Conference action. Jonathan CC at the free throw line. Mentioned he's a tremendous free throw shooter. Better than 87%. CC's got 13 in the first half. He has had 14 or more points in every Southland Conference game this year. So forget double figure score. 14 plus every time. And today was his 16th straight game in double figures overall. Both free throws in. UIW keeping themselves in this game at the free throw line where they're 8 for 8. Perfect at the strike. Shot clock's turned off. Lancimere Paul works against some full court pressure from Dennis and Cece. Backtracks and feeds off to Jones. His ball knocked away from behind, taken by Collins. And now UIW will back off touch. Paul works into 2. Lost them for a moment. Gets in the lane, drop off feed to Collins, reversed it up and off. 4 seconds to go. It's Cece at midcourt, knocked away, and a foul called. They got a foul with, to me, looked like about .2. The question now becomes, did the foul happen before the horn? This won't necessarily tell us anything because we can't see the clock there, but I thought there was about 1/10, maybe 2/10 on it. And if you're the Colonels there, you got to try to live with him taking a contested, falling away 35-footer. There's just no need to put yourself in harm's way. I think that's what Austin Claunch is telling Caleb Huffman right now. Well, this would be big momentum-wise for UIW. And you can almost bank on these being 2 points on the board for Cece, who is about as good a free throw shooter as they come. And is 4 for 4 today for a team that is 8 for 8 at the free throw line. Austin Claunch giving some words to his guys. Right now they've got Cece on the free throw line and he's going to be shooting. So the question just how much time gets put back on the clock. Initially what I saw was at least a couple tenths of a second. They may put on a good second or 2. Yeah, they're going to say a 1.5 seconds. So that's plenty of time. Just not a good foul there from Nicholls. And now Cece to the free throw line. It is a 1-and-1. Front ends. No doubt there. He's taken 5 free throws. I don't think he's hit the rim. He's got 15 first half points. One more here. He's above his season average for the year. And he's got it. 16 in the first half. 39-33. One final chance for Nicholls. It's into Huffman. He won't get it off. And that will do it for the end of the first half. Colonels build a 10-point lead. UIW scores the final 4. It is a 6-point Colonel advantage at halftime. Nicholls trying to lock up a spot in the Southland Conference Tournament. They're halfway home here in Thibodaux. UIW 39-33. Colonels, who had their 13-game home win streak, ended on Thursday, trying to start a new one. Behind that guy, Caleb Huffman, who has just been sensational. 20 points in the opening half, 9 for 11 shooting. It's his second 20-point half in his past 3 games. Remember, he had 22 second half points against Southeastern last Saturday. And that guy, Jonathan Cece, doing everything he can to keep UIW in this game. 16 first half points, had 16 of their 33 on 4 for 7 shooting. Nicholls begins with it. Nelson, Paul, Littles, Jones, and Huffman the 5. Against the 2-3 zone of UIW here to start. They've got Kraus, Morgan, Cece, Payne, and Swaby. Paul tries a triple and connects. Lancimere Paul, who had entered this game 5 for 28 from 3, has made both from distance here today. And Nicholls has a 9-point lead. Colonels in that first half 4 for 6 from distance. Struggled mightily on Thursday against Corpus. It's Kraus over to Cece on a baseline drive. Payne against Littles. His hook is short. Littles played him perfectly. UIW beat Nicholls by 2 in San Antonio January the 28th. Colonels trying to return the favor here at home, where they have won 5 straight head-to-head over UIW. Cardinals haven't won in this gym in more than 7 years. Nelson passes on a 3. Drives inside, takes some contact, ball batted out and grabbed by Cece. Hands off of the trailer. It's Morgan. Made a couple of first half 3s, and he's got another. Josh Morgan. Again, a very good 3-point shooter. Junior from Brampton, Ontario. and been averaging just 6 points his last couple. He's got 8 already in this game. Latrell Jones works off a couple of screens and a travel. Bank shot won't count. Whistle before. Turnover number 10 on Nicholls. One of the big first half storylines. Colonels turned it over 9 times, UIW 11. The Colonels converted the 11 turnovers by the Cardinals into 14 points. UIW just 6 off those Nicholls turnovers. And that's a good feed inside to Swaby. So Brandon Swaby's got a second field goal and 6 points. And UIW again back within 4. They have not led in this game. Nicholls has led by as many as 10 points. Paul for Littles works against Morgan, falls away and misses. And UIW can get back within a possession here. 42-38. Nikki Kraus, who gets the second half start, did not start the game. After starting 18 of previous 19, skips it over to CC in the corner. It's cut off well by Paul. Shot clock's inside 10. Off a screen, CC lofts it up, knocked away. It will stay with UIW, 3 on the shot clock. A couple of subs for Austin Claunch and Nicholls. Makai Collins in, Nelson sits. Initially he had Tyrese Terrell checking in, now he'll sit back down. Inbounds pass to Morgan, misses on a 3. Collins rebounds. Caleb Huffman races it up court. Backdoor feed to Jones, threads the needle for 2 and a foul. Oh, what a pass by Huffman. He put that thing between a couple of Cardinals defenders. And a chance for one more for Nicholls. So what a pass in transition. This is really the top number that Austin Claunch always hits upon. The Colonels now have 13 fast break points. UIW just 2. Jones free throw good. Only Nicholls' 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Jones now has 9 points. Lead back to 7 for Nicholls. The Colonels are getting out and running, and they're getting back defensively. 2 keys all the time for this program to win. And they've done a lot of that over the last couple of years. Kraus and Littles has a speed advantage. Manny stuck with him. Out of bounds it goes. 13 UIW turnovers now. And the Colonels, the defense starting to pick up. It's Huffman. He can face up and rise from anywhere. Misses there, though. Collins kept it alive. Taken by CC. UIW the other way. It's CC and Paul. Across the lane, kicks. Morgan a 3. Puts it in. His second half 3. Morgan is now into double figures. He's got 11. 10th time this year with 10 plus. Huffman missed a bunny. Gets it back. Missed it again. Littles goes over the top of him. Friendly fire. And UIW comes away. Couple of missed chances at the rim. CC and UIW trying to make it a 1-possession game. It's a post for Stephon Payne. Backs down on Littles. Knocked away, taken by Collins. And then it's kicked by Kraus. It will stay with Nicholls. Both teams with some golden opportunities missed. That's 3 or 4 layups today. A couple back-to-back in this second half for the Colonels. Just great looks at the rim. Again, Nicholls has not lost back-to-back home games in about 5 years. Lansamir Paul. And now Manny Littles. Across the lane he works. Blocked away by Payne. Southland's blocks leader. Littles got it back. Put it up and in. Offensive foul, though. They call him for using the off arm. And Littles picks up his 3rd. We'll take a timeout. Nicholls' lead is down to 4. About 4 gone in this second half.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your order fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nerves pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy, because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
If your business needs serious hustle, our internet has plenty. Switch to Rev Business All Fiber Internet with fiber optic velocity close to the speed of light. Sign up and get 3 months free and 30% off. Build your plan at letsrev.biz. Let's Rev. Whoever said you can't have it all, never had internet that could do it all. Switch to Rev. No contracts, no data caps, no nonsense. Just all fiber internet all the time. Build your plan at letsrev.com. Let's Rev.
At Just For Him, we have the perfect game plan for men's haircut and grooming. Focusing on comfort and style, we are not your grandpa's barbershop. Just For Him offers a stylish haircut, relaxing hot towel, exhilarating scalp massage, and a cold beverage, all for one fair price. No appointment is needed, just walk in. And we're open Monday through Saturday for your convenience. Men of all ages, if you're seeing this, there's a Just For Him location near you. Enjoy the Just For Him experience today.
Soon we'll all be here in Lake Charles, Louisiana in the beautiful Legacy Center watching all the action of the Southland Conference basketball tournament. Why don't you join us? Grab your tickets now so you don't miss a second of the best of championship hoops.
Go to southland.org/tickets to secure your seat for the 2023 Jersey Mike Southland Basketball Championship presented by LouisianaTravel.com.
Nicholls' lead at the half over UIW was 6. It's now 4. 15:51 to go. Tyrese Terrell has now checked in, as has Eduardo Delcadia. So those two with Collins, Jones, and Huffman, the lone starters out there. Kraus with Morgan, Cece, Swaby, and Payne for UIW. The Cardinals have lost 3 straight games, 4 of 5 overall. Nicholls off a loss Thursday against Corpus, which ended a 3-game win streak. Backdoor feed to Kraus. It's Morgan for 3. Got it again. That's his 3rd make from distance in the game. Make it his 4th make from distance on 6 tries. And he now has 14 points. Jones leans, misses. Collins offensive rebound and putback. He's been big in this game. Makai Collins now with 6 points. Had not scored his previous 4. Here's Kraus. Kicks out for Swaby. It's Cece fading away. Misses. Rebound Huffman. Able to get up high to snatch that one, and then a dangerous pass ahead over the head of Delcadia. And the Colonels turn it over for a 12th time. So Swaby sits down. Devontae Dennis comes back in. Austin Claunch a little frustrated. The energy hasn't always been there today from Nicholls. They've had stretches where they've looked great, stretches where it's been quieter. This is Christie for 3 to tie it. Left it short. And Dennis saved it inbounds to Collins. Here come the Colonels and Tyrese Terrell. Delcadia kicks. It's Caleb Huffman. Off a screen into the lane. His floater's off. Batted around, grabbed by Dennis. So Caleb Huffman, who had 20 points in the first half, on 9 for 11 shooting, has missed his first 4 to start the second. He's now 9 for 15. Devontae Dennis in the lane. Leans in, misses. Collins, another rebound. He's been good off the bench here today. Collins has 6 points now and 5 rebounds to go with a couple of blocks. Big minutes for him. Terrell. It's Delcadia. Looking for Huffman. Into the lane, sifts through traffic, up and off. Rebound Christie. Shovels to Morgan. No numbers for UIW. Morgan pulls it back and can't cash in on that 3. Both teams running scoring droughts now. Neither can buy one from the field. Jones, Delcadia, foul called away from the ball. Goes on Christie. Double team fouls in the half now on UIW. Swaby, who got a brief rest, back in. Gristy, who just picked up his first, will sit. Morgan checks out as well. So Swaby with Dennis, Gristy, Miller, and Cece the 5 for UIW, and a corner hit from Jalen White. Oh, the Colonels needed that one. First points for White in a couple of games. A tremendous three-point shooter. Came in 49%. Nicholls' single season record, by the way, is 46% by Derwin Jackson in 1987. So he's on track to break that. Gristy for Cece. 6-point Nicholls lead. Inside 13 to play. Dangerous pass tipped away, taken by Jalen White. Lansamir Paul with Latrell Jones to the rim for a left-handed jam. Crowd here in Thibodaux loves it. They're on their feet. Timeout, Carson Cunningham and UIW. Nicholls using transition offense in a big way here today. 16 fast break points. Their lead is 8.
Citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading protection to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your order fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nerves pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy, because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
If your business needs serious hustle, our internet has plenty. Switch to Rev Business All-Fiber Internet. With fiber optic velocity close to the speed of light. Sign up and get 3 months free and 30% off. Build your plan at letsrev.biz. Let's Rev. Whoever said you can't have it all, never had internet that could do it all. Switch to Rev. No contracts, no data caps, no nonsense. Just all-fiber internet all the time. Build your plan at letsrev.com. Let's Rev.
In a world where you can choose to be anything, who do you choose to be? At Nicholls State University, with over 70 distinct degree programs, we believe our students can be anything. Be an artist, a chef, a journalist, an educator, a lifesaver. But no matter what you choose to be a colonel. Be more at Nicholls State University.
Dr. Carson Cunningham trying to will his UIW Cardinals back. Austin Claunch, his defense has stepped up. Nicholls' lead is 8. It was 6 at the half. Cardinals trying to lock up a spot in the Southland Conference tournament here today. They would clinch a place in the field of 8 with a win. Swaby backdoor pass. It is Jonathan Cece. UIW's leading scorer had 16 in the first half, none so far in the second. And that is a foul. Goes on Collins. And he picks up his third. A second team foul on Nicholls in the second half. Collins has just been tremendous off the bench here today, giving Austin Claunch a really good boost. Guy who I was talking about this hadn't played the previous couple of games. In conference games coming in, and really sparingly played, just because of minutes and rotation wise, as Dalcadia tips that ball out of bounds. Will stay with UIW. Collins had a bucket against New Orleans last Thursday. He had 2 total points in his last 4 games. Guards the inbounds pass here, sitting on 6 points and 6 boards with 2 blocks. Miller looking, can't find any room. Finally gets to Gristy. This is Jonathan Cece, UIW's leading scorer, trying to find a way to get on track. Into the lane he works. Bank shot is off and a foul. That's on Lance-Amir Paul. Picks up his second and the team's third. Cece has a way of getting to the line. Just finds ways to get to the free throw line. Something he did so often in high school, playing for, we talked about Danny Broussard sitting courtside with the legendary Nicholls coach Ricky Broussard. 87% free throw shooter. He has still not missed today. He's 7 for 7. UIW has not missed as a team. They've made all 11 of their free throws. Cece, who began his college career at LSU Eunice, spent 2 years there. He was a two-time Louisiana Community College Basketball Player of the Year. He averaged 17.5 points per in his 2 years there. Goes over to Indian River State last year, shoots 44% from three, 12 points per, and now this year, number 5 scorer in the Southland Conference. Latrell Jones, 3. It's long. Another rebound for Collins, his 7th. Across the lane he goes with a hook. Left it short, rebound Dennis. Lead is a half dozen for Nicholls. UIW has hung around in this game. The Colonels have cooled off significantly. In the lane, it's Cece, spins, left the floater short. Dolcadia rips the rebound away from Dennis. It's a great board in traffic. And now Lance-Amir Paul. Colonels on a 7-0 run. It's taken a while for that to develop. It's actually not a 7-0 run, beg your pardon. It was a 7-0 run, and now we'll take a timeout. 52-46 Nicholls, 11:24 to go. Trying to lock up a 9th home win.
Here at Rouse's, we have our own brands of products, which you'll find down every aisle of our stores. These are the best quality at the best price. They compare to the national brands we sell, but at a lower cost. Most are made right here, but we travel the world too. And we personally taste test and guarantee every item. So if our name's on the label, you can trust it's good. Rouse's brand, best quality at the best price.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your order fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nervous pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy. Because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading protection to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
Soon we'll all be here in Lake Charles, Louisiana in the beautiful Legacy Center watching all the action of the Southland Conference basketball tournament. Why don't you join us? Grab your tickets now so you don't miss a second of the best of championship hoops.
Go to southland.org/tickets to secure your seat for the 2023 Jersey Mike Southland Basketball Championship presented by LouisianaTravel.com.
Nicholls trying to lock up a spot in the Southland Conference tournament here today. They lead UIW by 6. That was their halftime margin. It is a tie at 13 so far in this second half. Colonels are just 5 for 16 in the second half. 31%, UIW 4 for 11. The Colonels, they'll have made 2 of their 4 threes and continue to force UIW turnovers. 15 giveaways by the Cardinals in total. Lance-Amir Paul inbounds. Looking to find someone, and that is a 5-second violation. So the Colonels with a 13th turnover. And now UIW gets it back. Trying to trim into this deficit a little more with Trey Miller. That's a foul on Lance-Amir Paul. He gets his 3rd. 4th as a team. And you don't want to get in a situation where you're in the bonus if you're Nicholls, because I should say you don't want a situation where UIW is in the bonus early, because they have not missed a free throw today. They are 12 for 12. This on the heels of Corpus Christi on Thursday night shooting 18 for 23 at the free throw line. Nicholls has only taken 3 free throws by contrast. Swaby kicks. It's Kraus. And back out to Cece. Works in the lane. Tough floater. Got it off the glass. First points of the second half for Cece, making his third and fourth points of the half. He's got 20. Paul, pull up off the mark. Cece rebounds. By the way, for Cece, it's his 8th 20-point game this year, his 6th in Southland Conference games. 52-48. Trey Miller, true freshman point guard at the controls. He's got Delcadia on a switch, wants to back up against him. Shot clock's inside of 10. Miller in the lane, hands off for Kraus, cutting to the hoop, finishes. It's a one-possession game. Timeout, Austin Claunch and Nicholls with 10:28 left. Colonels having trouble against the pesky Cardinals of UIW, who come in here losers of 3 straight, but battling hard in this second half and getting the bucket there from Kraus, the freshman from Germany. He played a year of high school ball in Montana, played at Central Catholic High School in Billings. He also played a couple years in the German Pro B League, and he averaged 12 points per. So that's a guy who's played against grown men for a lot of his life. He won't be fazed by the environment. D1 college hoops. UIW now in this second half 6 for 13. Nicholls just 5 for 17. Cardinals have made 3 of their 6 threes, and again, the free throw line continues to be a big differentiator. UIW perfect 12 for 12 at the stripe. Nicholls just 2 for 3. The Cardinals have not won here at Stouffer Gym since January 31st of 2015. They won the first 2 times these two ever played on this floor. They've lost the last 5 since. So it has been more than 8 years. Nelson lobs to Littles, who's back in. Playing with 3 fouls. Backs down on Christie. Skip pass knocked away to Jones. On a baseline fade, it's good. Latrell Jones with a big bucket. And he's up to 13. 54-50. Nicholls back up 2 possessions. Miller off the Christie screen. Shook Nelson pulls up and misses. Rebound Paul. Oh, goes right through his hands to Cece. Couldn't secure it. Christie, rifle feed behind the back from Kraus. Taken in the lane by Swaby. Outside Christie, his 3 off the mark. What a great look from Kraus. You can see the craftiness to his game. Caleb Huffman trying to get himself going. He had 20 first half points, has not scored in the second. Jones to the rim. Great feed. And Jones the beneficiary. Good bounce feed from Littles. 15 now for Latrell Jones. It's Miller. Gives it up for Kraus. His floater's in. He's a good-looking young player. He can be a good one in this conference for a long time. Has the size, the game. Huffman drives, floats, left it short. Rebound, Cece. Outlet pass to Miller. UIW hanging around, pushing the pace. Cece's 3, you bet. It's a 1-point game. UIW has not led today. They're within 1. 56-55. 8:40 and ticking. Lansamir Paul, and we get a foul away from the ball. That's called on Trey Miller. Another look at the Latrell Jones dunk. Great feed from Littles. It's going to be the 5th or 6th dunk today by Nicholls. Jones a bounce back outing. 15 points on 6 for 9 after scoring just 10 on 4 for 13 against Corpus Christi. He and Huffman both have been terrific. Huffman, though, has had a tough second half. Remember, he had 20 points and 9 for 11 shooting in the first half. He has missed all 6 of his shots in the second and has not scored. Paul in the lane, takes some contact and scores off the window. He has been so good of late. He's got 8 more points to go with 4 assists. Nicholls back up 3. CC and Gristy play catch. CC knocked away, taken by Paul. Running with Huffman. To the rack he goes, and 2 more. First, second half points for Huffman. And Nicholls' lead is 5. 60-55. It's Kraus, tries a 3. A long rebound, Huffman. Nicholls trying to create some separation. Paul waiting for Nelson. He's going to post up baseline. Facing up on Morgan, lost the handle. Jones wants to post the smaller CC, has him by a couple inches. Backs him down, he loves that baseline fade. Steps through instead, the handoff for Littles. And a chance for 1 more. What a great pass from Latrell Jones. Those 2 hook up in reverse style moments ago. Jones repays the favor. Littles a chance at a free throw when we return. 7-point Nicholls lead with 7:25 to go.
Fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nerves pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy, because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
If your business needs serious hustle, our internet has plenty. Switch to Rev Business all-fiber internet. With fiber optic velocity close to the speed of light. Sign up and get 3 months free and 30% off. Build your plan at letsrev.biz. Let's Rev. Whoever said you can't have it all, never had internet that could do it all. Switch to Rev. No contracts, no data caps, no nonsense. Just all fiber internet all the time. Build your plan at letsrev.com. Let's Rev.
At Just For Him, we have the perfect game plan for men's haircut and grooming. Focusing on comfort and style, we are not your grandpa's barbershop. Just For Him offers a stylish haircut, relaxing hot towel, exhilarating scalp massage, and a cold beverage, all for one fair price. No appointment is needed, just walk in. And we're open Monday through Saturday for your convenience. Men of all ages, if you're seeing this, there's a Just For Him location near you. Enjoy the Just For Him experience today.
Soon we'll all be here in Lake Charles, Louisiana in the beautiful Legacy Center watching all the action of the Southern Conference basketball tournament. Why don't you join us? Grab your tickets now so you don't miss a second of the best of championship hoops.
Go to southland.org/tickets to secure your seat for the 2023 Jersey Mike's Southland Basketball Championship presented by LouisianaTravel.com.
After UIW got within a point at 56-55, Nicholls with 6 straight to go back up by 7. They'll have a chance for 1 more with Manny Littles trying to complete a 3-point play. Jack Benjamin back with you. Nicholls 8-5 in the Southland Conference. Lost to Corpus Christi Thursday night in this gym. First home loss since January 22nd of 2022. Stopped a 13-game home win streak. 11th longest stretch in the country without a home loss. UIW 5-9, 4-way tie for 6th right now in the Southland. In a 10-team conference, you got to be top 8 to make the tournament in Lake Charles. Littles completes the 3-point play, and he has 5 points. 63-55, 7:15 to go. UIW has battled well, but not able to get over the hump. They have not led today. Miller on a baseline drive outside Morgan. Tries a 3, connects again. He's got 5 threes on 8 tries. Guy who can really light it up. 5 threes is a season best, and he's got 17 points. 1 shy of a season high. 63-58. Jones and Miller. Littles facing up on Gristy. Has a strength advantage, goes to that right hook, misses, rebound Gristy. UIW can make it a single possession game again. CC through traffic, finds Swaby, who hits a 3. UIW continues to light it up from distance in the second half. They're 6 for 11 from 3, and they're back within 2 points. Jones skips it over to Tyrese Terrell. Delcati, a dangerous skip pass out of bounds. Will stay with Nicholls. Paul back in. Terrell sits down. So Paul, Jones, Littles, Delcadia, Huffman, the 5 for Nicholls. It's Morgan, CC, Gristy, Swaby, and Miller, the 5 for UIW. Paul in the lane. Outside to Littles. Goes right at Gristy. Lofts a tough pass down low. Delcadia, they call an offensive foul. Didn't see a whole lot there initially. I don't know if Eduardo got him with an off arm. Let's watch this. Hard from that angle. You can't see that maybe that right arm kind of getting him. And now a steal. Knocked away to Jones. Leans in and scores. What a huge turnaround that is. Colonel's back up 4. 65-61. Miller and Littles off his leg. Taken by Huffman. 1-on-2. Bounce feed Paul in the lane. And a foul. More free throws for Nicholls. This boils down to a pretty simple statistic in the second half and really for the game. UIW just too many turnovers at inopportune times. They've done a lot of the little things well, but a couple of crucial giveaways here down the stretch when they've had chances to tie or take the lead. Lansamir Paul, the second best free throw shooter on this team. His first free throws today. And that first one is in. He is now 17 for his past 18 at the free throw line. And in conference games, he is shooting better than 90%. That's second best in the Southland. One more coming for the senior from Kingston, Jamaica. And he got them both. 6-point lead, 5:39 to go. Full court pressure from Nicholls. Morgan has to call a timeout. And UIW is now down to 1 left. Don't want to burn him with so much time left if you don't have to. Dr. Carson Cunningham trying to sort this thing out. His team now down a couple of possessions. Look at the UIW upcoming schedule. So after this one, 3 games remain. You include today with Nicholls. UIW has the hardest remaining schedule in the entire conference, which included today. Including Nicholls, their 4 final opponents, a combined record in conference play of 34-21. All 4 are above 500. So they go from this one and then have to take on a couple of tough teams, Commerce and Northwestern State twice. Nicholls, meanwhile, this stretch of 5 of their final 6 at home to finish. Commerce on Monday, that's the final opponent with a winning record in conference play. They will go to the Lakefront on Thursday and then finish with HCU and Lamar to close out the regular season. Austin Claunch's team, it's going to take nothing short of a miracle to win a conference title, but can they maybe squeeze into the 2 spot in the conference standings? That's a possibility because they did split the season series with Northwestern State. They would need some help from the Demons to lose a couple of times. 5.5 to go. Nicholls by 6. They've led by as many as 10. UIW's gotten it to 1, but they have not led. It's Miller in the lane. Around the horn for Morgan. Another 3. His 6th of the game. He's got 20, a season high. And UIW right back within 3. He's just lighting it up. Junior from Brampton, Ontario. He made all 4 of his 3s against Nicholls in the first meeting, January 28th. Huffman tries, launches and connects from deep. So Huffman, after not scoring the first 12 minutes or so of the second half, has 5 now, and he's got 25 for the game. It's already Huffman's 7th game of 20-plus this year. Did not have one last year. Morgan tries, hits another. 7 threes for Josh Morgan to tie a career best set last year against Concordia. UIW in the second half, 8 for 12 from distance. And that's a turnover. Through the legs of Jones. Turnover number 14 on Nicholls. And now we get a timeout called. Boy, the Colonels just shooting themselves in the foot. Some costly mistakes down the stretch. Their lead down to a meager 3. In a game they've led by as many as 10 points. Dr. Carson Cunningham and UIW trying to find a way back. They have not led. 4:22 to go here in Thibodaux, trying to win in this gym for the first time in more than 8 years.
Citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading protection to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your order fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nervous pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy, because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
If your business needs serious hustle, our internet has plenty. Switch to Rev Business all-fiber internet with fiber optic velocity close to the speed of light. Sign up and get 3 months free and 30% off. Build your plan at letsrev.biz. Let's Rev. Whoever said you can't have it all, never had internet that could do it all. Switch to Rev. No contracts, no data caps, no nonsense. Just all fiber internet all the time. Build your plan at letsrev.com. Let's Rev.
In a world where you can choose to be anything, who do you choose to be? At Nicholls State University, with over 70 distinct degree programs, we believe our students can be anything. Be an artist, a chef, a journalist, an educator, a lifesaver. But no matter what you choose to be a colonel. Be more at Nicholls State University.
Well, UIW only has 1 win in conference play against an opponent with a record of 500 or better. That was Nicholls back on January 28th in San Antonio. They've trailed in this game by as many as 10. They trailed by 6 at the half. They are now back within 3. Thanks to the hot shooting of Josh Morgan, he's tied a career high with 7 3-pointers. He's got 23 points to match CC for a team high. And UIW 8 for 13 from deep in the second half. Here is Morgan. Morgan in the second half alone has knocked down 6 threes. CC backtracks against Littles. That's a mismatch. He works in the lane, floats it up, blocked by Collins. Third rejection for him, getting a piece there. Big defensive stop. Paul right to the rack, puts it up and off. Littles the follow-up. Colonels with a little breathing room, up by 5. 72-67. Inside 4 to go here in Thibodaux. Colonels haven't lost back-to-back home games in more than 4 years. They lost on Thursday. Miller cut off, stays with him. Littles falls way, misses. Rebound down to Littles. He's got his 7th board. It's Huffman on a corner pop. Off the mark, rebound by Jones. And he will back out a left-hand dribble. We approach 3 to play. Nicholls trying to secure a spot in the Southland Conference tournament with a win. This is Huffman. Defended tightly by Trey Miller. Shot clock down to 2. Huffman steps back, rises. You bet! His 3rd 3. He's got 28 points. Nicholls by 7. Oh, that's tough. Degree of difficulty high. 240 and rolling. Knocked away from Miller, got it back in the lane on Collins. Morgan again, not that time, finally missed one. Had made his last 4 from deep. Latrell Jones now and Nicholls can run some clock. Jones works his way in the lane, falls away, misses, rebound by Collins, and soars to the rack to thunder it in. What a game from Makai Collins off the bench. 8 points in his 17 minutes to go with 8 rebounds and a couple of blocks. 2 minutes left. Nicholls putting the clamps down defensively here. CC quiet in the second half. Christie will try a three and hit. Big bucket from UIW. They're keeping themselves alive with the shooting. They're 9 for 15 in the second half. 12 for 21 from the game from distance. 6 points. Back of Nicholls. It's Collins. Huffman again. Got them all. Oh, Caleb Huffman is ridiculous. He's got 30. His third 30-point game this year. CC leans in and misses. Rebound down to Huffman. Racing ahead with Jones to the rim for the flush. Timeout, Dr. Carson Cunningham. Latrell Jones. Couple of rim rockers in this second half. Largest lead of the game for the Colonels. 81-70, 109 to go. Now this was as tough as it comes from Huffman. Falling away there, contested here, leaning in, off balance, trying to draw some contact too. Huffman for the game has 30 points. He's got 3 triples, 13 for 22 from the fields. I mentioned it's his third 30-point game of the season. He also had a 30-point game when he was at Central Michigan. Now it was against a non-Division I opponent. But still, 4 career 30-point games. Austin Claus said it. This is a guy who is like a microwave oven. When he starts heating up, he can do it in bunches in a hurry. He did not score, remember, for the first 12 or 13 minutes of the second half after scoring 20 in the first half. And he's been able to match Josh Morgan and UIW's three-point shooting blow for blow. The Colonels trying to grab a 9th conference win. Hoping to lock up a spot in the Southland Conference tournament in Lake Charles come a couple of weeks' time. Austin Claunch has not experienced back-to-back home losses in more than 4 years. He didn't want that to happen today. Off a tough 4-point home loss to Corpus Thursday. UIW got it within 1. Nicholls has now stretched it to 11. 1 minute to go. Trey Miller spins inside on Paul, leans in and misses. And he will go to the free throw line. So Trey Miller, who has not scored today, he's got a very interesting stat line. He's no points. He's 0 for 4 from the field, but he's got 8 assists and just 3 turnovers. First one is in. 82% free throw shooter, number 7 in the Southland Conference. Collins leaves, White comes back in, Paul comes back in for Nicholls. This is all about getting good free throw shooters on the floor. One more free throw coming with 57.9. UIW has not missed a free throw in this game, and that's still the case. They're 14 for 14 as a team at the line. They're back within 9 points, 57.9. You probably give this a couple seconds and then foul. Trying to get a steal. It's thrown away, but goes right to Jalen White. He hands off for Paul. Still in the backcourt. Got to get it across for Nicholls, and they just do to Huffman, who goes to the rim and flushes home 2 more. 83-72, career high, 32 points for Huffman. 35 seconds left. CC down the lane, kicks out for Dennis. His three's good with 29.9. Inbounds pass to Paul. He's triple teamed in the backcourt, and a foul given with 25.2. So Caleb Huffman, in a span of his last 3 games, goes for 31 at Southeastern last Saturday, 32 this Saturday, 31.5 in his last couple of Saturday games. And by the way, he had a 20-plus point half in each of those outings. Paul to the free throw line. He's got 10 points. He's in double figures again. It's now 3 straight and 4 of 5. All nylon on that free throw. He's 3 for 3 at the stripe. He's now made 9 straight free throws. And he's 19 for his last 20 overall. And he can blame that one on me. Misses there. The other way, UIW got to go. Swaby launches, missed it short. Rebound Jones. UIW will back off. Latrell Jones will dribble it out. Colonels had to fight hard in this one. UIW got within 1. Nichols closes strong, wins by 9. And the Colonels clinch a spot in the Southland Conference Tournament in Lake Charles. They'll be headed there in a couple of weeks' time. 84-75 the win for the Colonels over the Cardinals of UIW. Career high 32 points from Caleb Huffman to lead the way for Nichols. 19 from Latrell Jones, 11 for Lansomere Paul. And the Colonels shoot 51% in the second half, 56.5% for the game, and go on to win it by 9. Big thanks to our producer, Jeff Schneider, terrific ESPN crew. I'm Jack Benjamin saying so long from Stouffer Gym in Thibodaux. Once more your final. Nichols 84, UIW 75. The Colonels improve it to 9.